Hey tribe, welcome to my channel. So I'm sat here and I'm looking at your guys' suggestions when it comes to the next pick a card reading. And whoever is on my Patreon, I have asked you guys what kind of reading you would want, and I had a poll posted some time ago. And most of you have voted for what you need to focus on topic. But the thing is, I have done this reading for Patreons already. So I'm gonna be going through the comments now, seeing what it is that we could touch on here today. Whoever wants to join me on Patreon, the link is down below. But I'm kind of being drawn to, thank you by the way, 𝒘𝒊𝒕𝒉, for your suggestions. I'm kind of drawn to this topic, abilities, gifts, talents we are currently activating and or mastering. I will be checking on where you're at when it comes to your maybe spiritual journey, when it comes to your life's mission. We'll see, every pile might be slightly different, so let's get into it. If you want to join my Patreon, we have a lot of fun stuff there. I do pull just simple reads for you guys, whoever's on Patreon only. So my intention is for the reading to be for those people, as well as people who are about to join. And we're gonna have collab on Fridays with Joseph Moon. We're gonna do one tomorrow again, and to release it on Friday, depends when you're watching it. So yeah, whoever wants to join, I'll see you there. And I also do 7 to 10 day predictions only for Patreons. So I do one for YouTube people, and I do a separate one for Patreons only. So let me have that written down now, that topic. So just give me a minute here. Let me write that down and let's get into your reading. If you want to, you feel free to skip this part. Abilities, gifts, talents. We are currently activating and or mastering. Right, great. Let's take a look at this. If you want to skip this part, do so, because I'm gonna be shuffling cards on camera and we'll go from there. I think I want to start with the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and we'll go from there. Okay, for pile number 1, what are the abilities, gifts, or talents you are currently activating? Thank you. Pile number 2, let's let gravity do the work. I'm not going to read reversals for these. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. Right, so these are your options. I'm gonna put objects on top of these I'm feeling drawn to. So let's go. And pile number 4. Here we go. I'm going to show you the piles from a bit of a close-up. Pile number 1, we have this option right here, this beautiful stone. Pile number 2, we have a key. Pile number 3, we have a shell. And pile 4, we have a stone. So if you need some more time, stop the video. Let me focus, and I will see you in timestamps. Hey tribe, So let's see, pile number 1, what we got for you here. Let's see. What are you currently activating? What are you currently activating? Oosh. Okay, we're gonna pull more cards. I want to see a full story here. I just want to say, pay attention to bugs. Pay attention to bugs. Pile number 1. You know what's interesting here, what I'm picking up? For pile number 1, you might be drawn to pen and paper. Whatever you do with it, it somehow might have a connection to your path, to your abilities. Some of you might be very creative, but for most of you, what I'm getting here, it's almost like I'm seeing you drawing some kind of symbols. And those symbols have a specific intention behind them, energy that is somehow helpful for you. I will not be overly specific with these piles because we have a lot of people watching, and to determine all of these people's talents, right, having only 4 piles, that's a bit of a mission, but I'm gonna be giving you hints overall, and you'll probably have to translate it in your head what that means to you and connect the dots. But overall, what's happening here, whatever your talent is, it's almost like you have to spit it out. So there is throat chakra for sure connected to this, as well as taking notes. This is a very ancient vibe that I'm getting. So maybe you're being drawn to something that has been done in the past and you want to somehow maybe recreate it or to dive deeper into that knowledge and wisdom. Okay, abilities, gifts, talents you are currently activating. A power of mind I'm hearing for some of you. Some of you could be mediums here potentially, and maybe you scribble when you are connecting. I'm getting for pile number 1 that activation is a natural process for you, especially when you are asleep or when you're sleeping. It's almost like energies are being rejuvenated, and whenever you wake up, you feel completely fulfilled. But this is very spiritual. It's almost like maybe you get some kind of visitation at night, or maybe you visit a place, your soul visits a place where it needs to get recharged. Number 3 definitely is a thing here for pile number 1. We have 3 of cups as well as 3 of coins. It's also, there is a message saying, whilst I'm working for someone else, or whilst I'm working in a job that I know I won't be in for too long, I am already gathering ideas and getting maybe insight, or when I'm sleeping, about what it is that I want to do. You give me a vibe, people, number 1, of someone who has almost like 2 sides to you. So, for example, if you were working in a bank, right? On a side, you may be doing something spiritual that maybe not everyone knows about. So for you, I would highly suggest pile number 1. It's not that you need to hustle and juggle, you know, but it's saying you need balance between the 2 until you settle down for one thing that you want to explore a little bit more. Let's see what that is. What are you great at, pile number 1, collectively? What are you great at? You are great at speaking the truth. You are great at expressing yourself in a way where everyone sees the situation very clearly. It's almost like you are a light bearer in a way. You are able to show people what is not maybe as visible for them, not as clear for them. And I wouldn't be surprised if you have somehow unintentionally have what's the word I'm looking for? Triggered someone's energy field in order for them to step up their game. So I'd say notice when you're around people, especially if you have met someone that who's quite new, or if you've known someone and you are being put back together, you meet that person again. Notice how you influence the people who come and go in your life. What happens after they have met you? Maybe you say something, maybe the energy that you have, you're able to somehow shift things around without doing too much. I don't know how you want to use this talent of yours in your life. There can be many ways, but that's something that you have. What will you be mastering in the future? What will you be mastering in the future? You're chasing your dreams for sure. Pile number 1 has a very close connection to community, you know, so whatever you do community-wise, maybe you are a humanitarian, maybe you are someone who wants to change the way people work or change the way people see their jobs. There is something about that here, wake-up calls I'm hearing. What can you expect? There's definitely a connection to Native America here. What can you expect? It's saying expect yourself another wake-up call, okay? Expect any illusions that you have right now to be cast aside and be ready for a new chapter. It's gonna make you pretty happy here with 9 of Cups. Anything that you have thought of as maybe, I don't know, can I, it's saying that's gonna go away soon enough. You'll see exactly what you need to do, and I think for a lot of you already know what you want to do in life. You already found this flower over here. This has happened already. You had a wake-up call. This is the in-between tarot, so we have a sun card that goes to judgment, and it's very clear here, right? 2 in 1. I'd say since we have the 3 of Cups here and it's represented in the way it is, it's saying pay attention to what it is that you loved doing when you were a kid, or a dream that you recently had, because there was a message for you there. Where are you in your mission right now? Where are you in your mission? You're mastering it. It's saying take it easy, you know, do whatever you're doing. You have the Hermit here. This Hermit knows exactly what he's doing. He's searching for his soul. He implemented all. It's nice. It reminds me of a magician a little bit here. Knowing how to use the energies of the fire, water, earth, air, right? And knowing when you need what. So it's saying keep on doing whatever you're doing. For some of you it might be connected somehow to music, right? But you keep exploring pile number 1. It seems like in piles number 1 reading, it's not a lot to be said, because you already, guys, even if you think that you don't know, your soul already knows where to go, and there shouldn't be many distractions. It's saying keep digging. Keep digging. It's almost like I'm not being allowed to talk about this too much, because it has to happen naturally, organically for you. So you can have your own aha moments, which will be very beneficial for you. I'd say on this journey of yours, pay attention to bugs and what kind of bug shows itself to you. Look up a meaning of that bug, properties, right? What they do. There will be hints for you there. Keep writing things down. If you want to work with sigils, you can. Any symbolism really, pen and paper would be helpful, big time. sounds and music, and expect another wake-up call, which will take you further in your path. Connect to people that you love. This is part of your balanced life. You can be a hermit, this is saying, but connect to people that you love. Keep visiting people. They're gonna give you energy that you need, and you're gonna somehow change their life around. Okay? This is beautiful, Palwan. I hope this made sense, right? Thank you for being here, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, Pile 2 people. So let's see what is going on. Let's see. Pay attention to dragonflies for sure. For some of you, feathers, but that's not news to you. As well as, what were you thinking the last time you saw a star in the sky, or the last time you encountered a storm or saw a lightning? It might be difficult to remember now what you were thinking about, but what was maybe a concern of a day for you. Same goes for the future. Whenever you'll see that happen, whenever you look at a star or you'll see lightning, it's saying pay attention to what you have been thinking just before that. You, pile number 2, might be conflicted a little bit when it comes to where I am in my path and where am I going. But this is part of questioning, this is saying. It's good that you're questioning yourself. It seems like for a lot of you, in order to get to where you want to be and explore that mission and talent, you're gonna have to be your true self. You're gonna have to take your mask off. You're gonna have to show your true authenticity. Even if your perfectionism would be getting in the way, this is saying that's something that will have to be done, which might be uncomfortable, in order to get to where you want to be. So it might happen over time, more and more you open up, more and more you show different parts of yourself to people. Something maybe that you didn't want to show before. Something, that mask maybe was keeping you comfortable. But in order to go further, you will have to face your shadows as well, pile number 2. Because that's what she's doing over here. She's like, let me see my own depths, my own light, and my own darkness. And let's go from there. So getting to know yourself before anything else is a key moment for you here, guys. And maybe whilst you're gonna be getting to know yourself, you might have a lot of realizations about the world as a whole and people and humanity. Oof. Let's take Super Lunaris. Let's see. What are you currently activating and or mastering, pile number 2? You have the Star. You know what you are activating? Inner peace. Inner peace that will take you to where your soul wants to be and what it wants to do in the future. What you came here for. There is going to be, or maybe there is a moment where you feel like, listen, I don't feel like this is bringing me much of a balance. I feel like I need to switch things around. Maybe you have inner conflict, or you had it already. You're definitely ending a chapter in your life, and you will probably want to start new. You know the vision that I had? I saw a person writing something down on a notepad with pencil and then using rubber to erase it. So maybe metaphorically this means something to you. You are literally manifesting end of one chapter. The chapter that needed a lot of your energy. The chapter that probably got you hurt, either physically, either emotionally, you felt tired. And if you were in this chapter already and you went through it, just bear with me because I'll continue a bit later on. But for some people, this is something that is going to be still happening. And it's saying whatever will make you feel like you cannot do this anymore, there is a message behind this whole situation. Ask yourself, are you being pushed out of something? Relationship, a job, a living situation? Because some kind of ending has to happen here before you can find your peace and balance. And when you have peace and balance, you know exactly what you want to do next. And you are closer to your intuition as well as to your mission in life. You know, those experiences are needed for you because you're going to use them in the future. What is your talent? Pile number 2, ability. What is your talent and ability? Maybe you tend to want to teach others, or you are the one who wants to learn before anything else. So there's some kind of a learning experience here that will be a part of it. But overall, I'm seeing a student and teacher connection. So maybe you guys would be great teachers. And I have no doubt because you have experienced quite a lot in the past. And you know, teacher doesn't have to be a teacher at school. You can be a teacher in your own surroundings, right? You can help other people see things that they don't see. You can help people and teach them how to manage their finances, right? So you tend to be an example. And it seems like whatever mistakes you've done in the past that you think when you thought that they were mistakes, because I'm seeing that you were quite frustrated with something, those will be very good lessons for the people who will be coming into your life. Good examples, okay? Bear with me. Right, so it's almost like Pile 2 is a bit different. There is a story to you. I'm hearing there will be, or there was a time when I wanted to learn more, when I was searching for the meaning of life, when I thought the structure of life wasn't right for me. Then I decided not to take someone's offer or not to seek for help. I've closed myself off, which somehow made me retreat, made me think things through, what kind of opportunities I should have taken and which ones I felt intuitively I shouldn't. And it's almost like you're looking back at your life. And somehow this looking back at your life in your childhood and the younger days will give you some kind of brilliant idea what you are capable of. You are mastering a tool here which is represented by a sword. You are becoming a warrior of some sorts. You could be a light warrior, you could be dark warrior, right? So maybe what I mean by dark warrior, I mean that maybe you want to conquer, or you want to deal with really troublesome situations and maybe helping other people, or you want to dive deeper into the subconscious. You want to dive deep into authenticity and what authenticity and being authentic did to you in your life, how it changed things around, and how it can change things around for other people who might be similar to your older version of self. And this realization will no doubt take you to where you need to be. And that's how you are discovering your talent. See, you're holding the Wheel of Fortune in your own hands. You have very strong manifestation skills here, which will show at a certain point in your life, where it's almost like you're claiming your power. Whatever you do, it has a connection to your younger days, what you used to love doing before, or what you used to be interested in. Some of you might want to change places where you live. You might be coming back home in order to fulfill the mission. Or when you come back home, wherever home is for you, that somehow escalates and helps your mission to be fulfilled. This is quite a deep reading. I love this. Where are you on your path right now? You're looking right at it, but maybe you don't see it just yet because you're quite far away, but you already know what to do. You're holding a map. So you're on your path, but you keep looking further. But I think the advice here is saying, look what's around you right now. Because the message is saying, you gotta explore where you're at right now, or where you have right now, in order to fully know your surroundings and then decide which path you want to take next. What's going to be happening in the near future, please? What's going to be happening in the near future, please? Transformations, okay, love that. Oof, you're stepping into your power, I'm telling you. But in order to do that, you are transforming yourself as a person here. You're burning some kind of parts of your life or yourself down in order to allow the new to come in. And that's gonna make you feel, I wanna say, you guys somehow connected to your mission, you're gonna have a glow up. Would it be energetic? Would it be physical glow up? It seems like you are pretty proud of yourself. You're looking good. You're doing well. You're exploring. So for some of you, this mission of some sorts might have a connection to places or to diversity. I gotta keep on moving around, or I want to explore, right? Yeah, you're stepping fully into your power. And you see the Hierophant is here. This is somehow spiritual, guys. This is spiritual. At first you are learning how to hold that sword over here. And then you know exactly what to do with it and what it can do to other people. For other people, I mean. And I believe in this journey of yours, you might meet people who will be able to give you even more wisdom that you will need at that time. So it's like an upgrade after an upgrade. But every time the upgrade is about to happen, you know already, if you've explored yourself and you looked at your life from 360, that you gotta let something burn down in order for a new to come in. So I'm seeing, a very stupid and silly vision. Someone opening the fridge and they brought a fresh watermelon and they want to put it in the fridge, but there is so much food that they can't fit it in. So in order to put the watermelon in the fridge, they have to throw out something that has gone out of expiry date. See what I mean? So this is almost like a story for pile number 2. A story of how things might be unfolding for you. Recognize where you're at right now, but just keep on going. Authenticity is the main thing for you here. Whatever your mission is, doesn't matter. There are so many different niches, careers, and It's saying for you, it's not about that. Whatever you do, if you're not authentic, you might struggle in front of your own self, and maybe you're gonna notice that your work is becoming a little bit stagnant. So just pay attention to that. Seek for your dreams with a star card. It is achievable. Remember, there's going to be a glow up. Pay attention to dragonflies. And that's pretty much it to sum it all up. By the way, remember, you're holding the Wheel of Fortune in your own hands, okay? You don't need anyone to give that to you. You can give it to yourself. And it's not about the ego thing. I did it myself. It's more so about you needing to explore it on your own so that you can take those experiences with you. Your failures, right? As well as your wins. So I hope this made sense, Pile 2. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey Pile 3 people, let's look at your situation. We have the Queen of Air. Some of you obviously will have a connection to an owl. For some of you, a spider. Just keep exploring the meanings of these creatures. When it comes to spiders, you know, I'd say if you know the name of that specific spider that showed itself to you, look up what they do. Almost like personality traits of that spider, right? Because it somehow will be reflecting a message at you. Maybe where you're at in your life right now, what you need and what you're capable of. So keep exploring the species, this is saying. As well as, I don't know if they have listed the meanings of different colors of owls and what they mean, but I'd say search. Maybe there is a message there behind a white owl, okay? Now, overall, I must tell you, you're very protected, Pile number 3. You have very strong ancestors beside you, but they only step in when they have to, not very often, because you gotta do this on your own. They don't want to, it's almost like they don't want to interfere because they'd be taking away some of your experiences and you have to do it on your own. You are one of these people who will be somehow using your logical mind as well as your third eye. Put those two together and you'll be using those two tools in your everyday life. Now, I don't know what it means to all of you, but somehow sharp mind and seeing through BS is going to be part of your mission, okay? Let's look. I want to switch decks. Let's take In Between Tarot. Where are you at in your path right now? Where are you at in your path right now? This is saying, if you think what you're doing is big, just wait for it because it's gonna be 10 times bigger. If you are not on your path just yet, it's saying keep on learning. You have the Page of Cups. Pages are interns, pages like to learn, pages are curious. Keep being curious, okay? And you'll get to where you need to be. What abilities and talents do you have, Pile number 3? What abilities and talents do you have, Pile number 3? Interesting. You're very chill. I mean, we know here that your intuition is very strong, but it's almost like because of who you are inside, drama, BS, doesn't or will not be touching you. It literally just passes by because you do not resonate with that energy at all. And I don't know what it means for you here, because definitely there is a stronger, a more meaningful message behind this. Being chill, not deciding not to fight unless you have to. So maybe you are somehow helping other people to get to the same state in their life where they just in peace, almost like surrendering, but still having control over your life and being in the perfect balance. And you know why the BS and the drama isn't there anymore? Because you are represented by the Queen of Air. So they know that not many things can touch you, if that makes sense. What gifts and talents do you have? What are your talents? Pile number 3. Maybe something to do with planning, with spaces, with interior, with architecture, with important buildings, maybe government buildings of some sorts, maybe justice system. It could be for some of you. I'm just throwing ideas out here. But overall, whatever you do, you have to feel an urge of creativity. If it goes away, if you see no fire in something that you're doing, you will probably want to switch. You will probably want to switch. And I keep pulling more wands. We have the Queen of Wands, we have 3 of Wands. You want a very free lifestyle, I'm seeing here, and somehow that is connected to your mission. Being chilled, going somewhere at any time, not being too attached to maybe too many material things in your life. You are a very free-spirited person, but you might surprise people because there are 2 sides to you. A very sharp mind, but a very free spirit. You know, it's very interesting. I cannot find right words for that, but you are being naturally guided by your intuition, so you're not going to get lost for sure. We have 2 moons over here. We have an owl. Even if you were placed in a very complicated situation, I'm seeing a vision of other people freaking out, and you just observing and trying to ask yourself, why am I here? What do I need to learn? And you understand it pretty quickly. And that is why in the future, especially, I believe, you're not going to have too many difficult moments in your life comparing maybe to people around you, because you will have learned a lot of things. So it's saying keep reflecting. It's going to take you places, part 3. Keep reflecting. What do I have to learn from this? What abilities do you have? What abilities, part 3, do you have? Number 2 might be important here for you. You somehow want to help other people feel better by whatever it is that you do. You have it naturally. You make other people happy. I do believe you could be a great support in a system for someone or for a group of people. Maybe, it's something to do with people's rights, but not necessarily for all of you. Whatever you're doing is somehow making people happy, but prior them feeling themselves, you have to be very open with these people what it is that they do that is not allowing them to feel that way. So I'm hearing no sugar, but it's coming from the place of love. You might find yourself at one point of your life juggling 2 jobs, or maybe a job and a hobby, and it's part of your path. You'll be pretty busy at one point of your life, and then suddenly I'm seeing you will be exploring. You know, that intensity, period of intensity, and then a very quick chill. So it's almost like for part 3, we're talking about phases of your life. But you tend to be, you know, an example for other people, whatever you're doing here. You want to be an example. What can be done, what could be changed, what can give us as people freedom. Some of you, since we have a star over here, could be visible online. Maybe you have a big following. Maybe you will have a big following. And somehow it seems like you will want to share a part of your story as well. What you've learned with that page at the very beginning, and how you grew from page to the Queen of Air, and how you decided to choose your battles and where it took you. And we have strength. I love this strength card. Take a look at this. So at one point of your life, in order to find your mission, your talent, right, you have to go at it alone, or maybe you're gonna have to spend a little bit more time exploring. Maybe your social life will be put on a backseat in order for you to explore your own ventures more. It's almost like in this strength card, I'm seeing someone going to the underworld, you know, and then coming back with a lot of wisdom. And you might be using that wisdom. And I keep getting online. Either you're doing something online and being example for other people there, or you're sharing information that's super helpful, or you're gonna come up with some kind of maybe business or community that you will be really close to, and that community will be speaking on behalf of you as well. So I hope it made sense, pile number 3. That was an interesting reading. And tribe, thank you for being here. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 4, let's see what is up. What is up with you all? You have the 5 of Cups to start with. Let me dive deeper into this. Oof, okay, that's not for all of you, definitely. Somehow you might find your ability, discover it, your mission around the time where your heart is sad. So somehow there is a disappointment connected to this. And you know, it's quite normal because many times people discover what they want to do by being in a place that they don't like being in, or something happening that they didn't like and it was somehow hurtful. It acts like a wake-up call in a way for a lot of people. You know, are you sure you want to be here? Are you sure you want to continue, right? So it's something, but it's very much to do with the heart space. Maybe it's connected to the person that you love. Maybe there's some kind of disappointment coming from them. You know, they did something or they will do something, but somehow that escalates and it allows you to see what you want to do and what's the next step. And that next step takes you onto your main path, your main road, your mission. What is your ability or talent, pile number 4? What is your ability or talent? Look up a spiritual meaning of a reptile that the first one that comes to your head, or you might have seen and noticed it, would it be in your real life or on social media, as well as fishes. You see, I told you we have heart space here, 3 of Swords. You know what I'm hearing? An event that has deeply saddened you has allowed you to get up and fight for what you want. What kind of tomorrow you want. We have 9 of Swords here as well. It's almost like through your dark days somehow give you the best ideas and connect you to your soul, because your soul would be telling you during those difficult times what it is that you are missing. And that's how you are able to recognize what you want to do next. And you stepping up your game, you're deciding to take action in your life. But there will be a period where you'll be like, hey, let me withdraw a little bit with Hermit and let me see not what kind of food my body wants, but what kind of food my soul wants. So a simple example would be, you know, how artists, musicians, or painters, you know, all creative people, how they are able to create something beautiful out of something that was very hurtful for them. Discovering abilities and talents in that way. But it seems like it's going to be maybe one event in your life that's gonna sit with you the most, which will be able to then, or maybe it was already, to then inspire you to do something different or more. Okay, what did I say? We have the Star and we have a Tower coming up together. So the Tower moment is putting you closer to your Star moment. I do believe, pile number 4, when it comes to your gifts, talents, abilities, you could do anything, but it seems like you would be great at dealing with people who might have mental issues, and maybe counseling people who have encountered some kind of tragedy in their life, difficult cases, maybe police, investigations. Those who have experienced or are still experiencing sorrow. You have something in you that could change people's lives around. And it's not going to happen overnight, it's saying, but you have enough patience. You have enough patience because you had enough patience with yourself, or maybe with your family member. I'm hearing for some of you who has gone through something like this. Okay. And now we have the Emperor. So you have a very strong potential to be an example, to be a boss, to be someone that people come for advice. You have strong authority about you in the future, I'm seeing here. And it's because you have gone through the judgment days, right? You had to go through your those chaotic days, this judgment, for me, it seems like you had to question the meaning of life at one point. And when you found it, you were like, okay, let's go. You know what I heard? You could be a very good boss, intuitive boss. What I mean by that, a boss that makes decisions based on what their inner voice is telling them. And that's pretty unique because this emperor over here, it doesn't seem like she would be doing that. It seems like she'd be looking at facts, documents, making decisions based off results. She's looking for results, right? But since we have the King of Cups next to it, a lot of things that she does it from the heart. It's almost like she can foresee the future. This is a very interesting group, pile number 4. Where are you at in your journey right now? Where are you at in your journey? Where are you at in your journey? I think you're quite good here, guys. It seems like you have created something for yourself already that you cherish with the King of Pentacles here, and you are looking a bit further now. You're like, I need something else, I need something more, let me explore. Maybe you want to create your own business, or you want to be somehow a bit more independent in whatever it is that you do. You are not afraid to go places other people are afraid to go. And I believe that's part of your mission. Not everyone maybe wants to do the job that you would be great at doing. I don't know the reasons why. Maybe it's too difficult, maybe it's too emotional for some other people, but you would be great at dealing with the darkness, however you want to see that and translate it. And look, the Queen of Cups is here again. Maybe there is a connection to shamanism here, but overall, whatever you do, you're diving beneath the surface. Doesn't matter the job. You are diving beneath the surface. Maybe you have a bit of a different approach to problem solution, and you surprise other people with your ideas. But for a lot of others of you, this is somehow connected to disappointments, or working with people who, pay attention to number 9, by the way, we have 3 9s here, or people who have been knocked down, and you maybe step in and you're able to help them because you know how to deal with it, because somehow you resonate with them, because you might have been there as well. So pile number 4, what a story. I hope this made sense. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.